Meet Dr. Atsushi Kamal Okuda, a Japanese scholar and university professor whose life took a remarkable turn after encountering a single verse from the Quran. What led him to Islam? Which verse changed his perspective forever? And how did he come across it? Let's uncover his inspiring story. But first, a vital reminder. The Quran is not just a book, it's a divine miracle for all of humanity. Unfortunately, many of us overlook its profound significance. Throughout history, the Quran has made claims that modern science continues to validate, proving its divine origin. How could anyone in the 7th century articulate truths that would only be confirmed centuries later? Moreover, Allah issues an enduring challenge in the Quran. If skeptics doubt its authenticity, they should produce just one chapter like it. Despite this challenge being over 1,400 years old, no one, not even the poetic masters of Mecca, has ever succeeded. Take the example of Umar ibn al-Khattab, one of Islam's greatest companions. He began as a fierce opponent of Islam, but embraced it after reading one powerful verse. That verse declared, "Inni ana Allahu la ilaha illa ana, fa'budni wa aqimis salata li dhikri." Indeed, I am Allah. There is no deity except me, so worship me and establish prayer for my remembrance. Surah Taha, verse 14. Those words struck his heart, and he immediately recognized their divine nature, leading him to embrace Islam. Now back to Dr. Okuda's story. As a professor at Keio University in Tokyo, he specialized in political systems and was respected in his field. Yet before Islam, his life lacked direction, and he often questioned his purpose. Feeling disillusioned, he began an intellectual quest to uncover life's truths, exploring various religions in search of answers. However, each religious text he studied left him unfulfilled, until he stumbled upon an article written by a Muslim scholar. The article discussed the connection between the Quran and science and included a verse about humanity's creation. The verse reads, وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ صَلْصَالٍ مِنْ حَمَإٍ مَسْنُونٍ. And indeed, we created man from sounding clay of altered black, smooth mud. Surah Al-Hijr, verse 26. This verse stopped him in his tracks. To many, these words might seem ordinary, but for Dr. Okuda, they carried a profound message. It was the first time he had read something that resonated so deeply with his search for truth. The verse emphasized the equality of all human beings, as we are all created from the same material. It was a powerful realization. There is no room for arrogance when we are all made of the same substance. From that moment, Dr. Okuda began to see Islam in a new light, as a religion that champions equality and peace. The Quran became his guide, shaping his views and inspiring him to change his behavior. He began treating others with kindness and respect, and even his students noticed a striking transformation in his attitude. Determined to deepen his understanding, he traveled to Syria to study the Arabic language, enabling him to engage with the Quran in its original form. His time in Syria allowed him to connect with Muslims and experience the faith firsthand. This journey ultimately led him to embrace Islam. Today, Dr. Okuda is not only a practicing Muslim, but also a passionate advocate for Islam, working to spread its message in Japan. He believes that embracing Islam was the greatest blessing of his life, and he is dedicated to sharing that blessing with others. When asked about the verse that resonates with him the most, Dr. Okuda mentions the 153rd verse of Surah Al-An'am, وَأَنَّ هَذَا صِرَاطِي مُسْتَقِيمًا فَاتَّبِعُوهُ وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا السُّبُلَ فَتَفَرَّقَ بِكُمْ عَنْ سَبِيلِهِ. Indeed, this is my path, perfectly straight, so follow it, and do not follow other ways, for they will lead you away from his way. He reflects on its meaning, emphasizing how following the straight path brings peace and unity to the world. For him, this verse encapsulates the essence of Islam, a faith that guides humanity toward righteousness and harmony. Dr. Okuda's story is a reminder of the Quran's transformative power. Sometimes, just one verse is enough to illuminate the path and completely change a person's life. Thank you for watching, and may Allah guide us all to greater understanding and reflection. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.